Hello, everybody. This is Tasha, and you're having conversation with Miss Reed. We're going to talk about P-Valley. So I wanted to do a review of this show because, one, I love it, and two, I love it. So I want to do a review on this. So since we just started season 2, I'm going to just do a recap of season 1. I'm sure if anybody's listening to this, they've already watched season 1. If you have not, this is going to be full of spoilers. And there's only one episode now of season 2 that just hit this past Friday. So, P-Valley. Season 1 is a show that's on STARZ. It's one of STARZ original. And it was created by Katori Hall. Thank you, Miss Hall. Thank you for even thinking about this. I think originally this was from a book that she wrote. So I never read the book. And I just started off with the show. But soon as I start seeing like all the review, not the reviews, but the trailers and stuff of the show for season 1, I was already hooked. I just was like, oh yeah. So I started texting all my friends and everybody, like letting them know, girl, we need to watch this. Please make sure you're watching this and everything. So yes, we love P-Valley. Thank you again, Katori. Thank you. So okay, P-Valley, and it stars. I'm just gonna put down a couple of people that starring in the show. I didn't know a lot of these people at all. Maybe Nicco, but everybody else I didn't know of prior to the show. But we know them now. So we have Brandee Evans, and she plays Mercedes Woodbine, and she's like the OG stripper. So from the start, she letting everybody know that this is just her last show. She trying to get out the game. She been saving money and stuff to put towards a gym that she's trying to open up with the young teenage girls that she mentors or do shows with. So that's Mercedes. Then we have Nicco, Annan. I hope I said his last name right. He is my favorite. I love me some Uncle Clifford. I don't give a damn. Uncle Clifford nails, outfits, everything be on point. But I just love the way he is. I just love the way he is with everybody. And like his dancing stuff. He just got that cockiness. I'm just like, please let him be a Leo. Because he just bleeds Leo to me. But yeah, he's my number one favorite. I love Miss Uncle Clifford all the way. And, like I said, he's the owner of the strip club. His grandmother, who is played by the beautiful and the untouchable Loretta Devine. So that's his grandma, and she is, she's just a hot mess. So you can see where Uncle Clifford get all that from. But yeah, anyways, he owns, P-Valley, which is Pussy Valley strip club, and I guess he maybe had got that from when his grandma was owning it. Then we go to Shannon Thornton, and that is Keyshawn, aka Miss Mississippi. She's my other favorite. Once we get to the end of it, she did make me upset, and a lot of people was angry with Miss Mississippi, but I like her. I just do. So she's in an abusive relationship with a white boy, y'all, and apparently whenever he get frustrated or whatever, he hits her. So she's gonna come to the strip club plenty of times with bruises and things on her. So, and then all the other people that work there, the strippers and stuff, they know the situation. But she is a fan favorite. Then we have Elarica Johnson, and I didn't know if she was like from London or she has the accent and stuff, but that's Hailey Colton, aka Autumn Night. And right now she's just a mystery. So at the beginning of the show, we open up with her. And it was almost like she was in a situation that happened in New Orleans with Katrina, and she was trying to get herself, she was in water and stuff, so she was trying to get herself out of that. So she wind up coming to P-Valley. But that's who she is. And then Skyler Joy, and that is Gidget. They call her Get 'em Gidget. And she's a real close friend to Keyshawn, aka Miss Mississippi. And we don't know a lot about her, just that her mom obviously used to be a stripper back in the day, and something must have happened because she was taking care of her mom. Then we have Alphonse Nicholson, and that's Little Murda, y'all. And he's another one that, at my household, we love us some Little Murda. I just love how he is with Uncle Clifford. I just love how he is, period. Just so, he just want to get out. He want to get out. He want this to work for him so bad so he can get out. And you could just understand the frustration that he has with wanting to love, I guess, Uncle Clifford, but then, can't really show that out in public because, people will have issues with that. But he's one of our favorite little rappers on there. That's Little Murda, y'all. And then we have Harriett Foy, and that's Mercedes' mother, and her name is Patrice Woodbine. And Lord, when I say I would never in my life think about hitting my mama, but I swear to God, when Mercedes beat her behind, I was cheering, because that woman done did some stuff. You could tell she did things from back in the day too. And then we have Morocco Omari, and that's Big L. He's our little teddy bear. Well, he's not little, but he's our teddy bear. And I think he's like the financial person that deals with Uncle Clifford financial stuff with the strip club. And I think sometimes he plays the cook, and he might be an extra bouncer. And then we have Tyler Lepley, which is Diamond, y'all. Now, if y'all ever watch any of Tyler Perry's shows, he played on the Haves and the Have-Nots. I could not stand him on that show. But when he got on this show, I'm like, my God. Okay, Benny. We can forget all about Benny now. We can talk about Diamond. For real, for real. It's just so different. Because on that, the Haves and the Have-Nots, I'm sorry, he acted like he was dumb. He just didn't have a bit of sense. But on here, he ain't no joke. So he's another fan favorite. On top of that, he's sexy as hell here. But he still was sexy on there, but you just didn't like him on there to say he was sexy. But anyways, that's the characters in P-Valley, and that's just a little quick synopsis of what the show is about. So we all know that is dealing with strippers. Okay. So, on the first episode, it had 8 episodes for season 1. And on the first episode, like I said before, we started off with Hailey, and it was almost like a situation where it might have been a flood, and she was stuck somewhere in Katrina or whatever the case may be. She was there, and she, grabbed a suitcase where she wind up getting the ID out of there. The girl in the picture sort of looked like her, but I guess it wasn't her. So she took that suitcase, got on the bus, and when the bus stopped for a break or whatever, she never got back on the bus. So she went into the gas station bathroom and dyed her hair, cut it, and got herself together. And there was a big old neon sign or a light showing P-Valley was like a little ways down the street. So she wound up going there, tried to get in, but she couldn't. She really didn't have a lot of funds. So she was talking to Diamond. Diamond was letting guys in for less than what the ladies was getting charged. And so she saw a sign that they were doing a competition for a strip, the big booty dancing or whatever, and then you can win $50 from that. So she stood in the line for that. She wound up going in. She didn't have enough money to get her, they call it floss, which is their outfits that you would strip in. So the lady gave her a little discount and stuff. So she wind up getting that and getting her little outfit so that she could compete in the booty challenge. Then we have Uncle Clifford running around asking all the new girls, that was trying out what their name is. And, before one girl could even get to talking, he was like, don't say Alizé, because we had somebody in here whose name was Alizé already. And we done with that. So she like, oh, okay, come back to me. So then we had Strawberry. And then Hailey said her name was going to be Autumn Night. And he was like, oh, I like that. All poetic and shit. So, I just love Uncle Clifford. I really do. Oh, I didn't even mention that we got the little DJ on there. Obviously, he like a little high school student, but he's a DJ at the strip club. And his name is DJ Never Scared. So, okay, we go on from that, and then, we get to the night where the girls is going to compete, but Mercedes is in there too, and she letting Uncle Clifford know that her last night is coming up. She going to do a Mercedes last dance, and, of course, she'd probably been with him for, I don't know however long, but from the door. So he look at her, to consider her the bottom bitch. So that's like your number one. And, he just, of course, you don't want to see somebody that you care about and love that much leave. But, hey, she trying to get out the gang and do something better for herself. So, okay, we get to the competition, and ultimately, Hailey wins. She's my least favorite, y'all, and I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like her, but I'm like, when she dancing and stuff, she's stiff as hell. She just look mad all the time. I don't know the way her lips is. She's just always looking upset about something. So, she my least favorite, but obviously, she is somebody, because she ultimately at the end wind up getting the pank and saving it or whatever. But as she doing her performance and stuff for the competition, she is having flashbacks. So you could tell that she has situations going on in her life prior to her coming here, and that she probably was running from. And well, obviously she was running from. You'll know that further into the episodes and stuff, but from the first episode we just see that she was dealing with a guy that was abusive, and he, she had flashbacks while she was dancing of him hitting her, holding a gun to her, like holding her mouth and stuff so she couldn't, scream or anything like that. So she also had, dealt with her own issues and stuff. So, like I said, she ultimately win the contest. Uncle Clifford give her a little money, and she asks him, is there a job available? Like, can she fill out an application for a position? And Mercedes chimes in like, girl, this ain't fucking Walmart. Like, what you talking about filling out an application and stuff? So, Uncle Clifford looking like, well, you ain't got nothing to say. There is an opening, really, because you leaving, right? So, he shoved Mercedes down and go ahead and hire Hailey to come in. And he was like, you all cute and stuff. You light skinned. You got some pretty teeth. Got some pretty hair. And she was like, yeah, I got Indian in my family. And Mercedes was like, that's some damn Brazilian bundles, bitch. Stop playing. So, okay, so then we move on to after the competition. It's the next day, and Hailey goes back to her little apartment that she's written out, and she accidentally wastes something. She was looking at a picture on her phone of a little girl. So we're all assuming that's her daughter. And she weighs some liquor on her phone. So, we all know how it is with cell phones. When it get wet, it shut down and she wasn't able to get back in. So she had to soak the phone in some rice so that she'll be able to, still look at her baby on her phone. Then we flip over to Patrice Woodbine, who is Mercedes' mom, and she's trying to be a pastor herself. So they're at church, and Mercedes there actually too, and the mom is carrying on and stuff. So it's one of those situations. But that woman is a trip. When she called that child, said that she was a hoe, I just was like, well, god dang. I mean, that is your daughter. Jesus. So we fast forward into this first episode. We're introduced to Lil Murda. Him and his little crew, they outside of the strip club trying to front, they trying to act like they got more money than what they do have. So one of the friends who is Lil Murda's manager, he has an idea of like putting all the money into like a bag, and I guess like trying to weigh it down a little bit and make it seem like it's more money in there than it really is. But child, we know it's not. Then tonight is the night where they all out getting ready to dance, and child, Uncle Clifford got his outfit on, that wig, everything, and he's sitting up there holding Keyshawn little baby, because she always, when she come to work, it seems like she always had to bring her child. So Uncle Clifford is telling Mercedes that she has to babysit Autumn, aka train her for the night. Either that or she got to babysit the baby. So she's just like, oh God. So Mercedes walks around the club with her, trying to point out guys, who to really look at and try to get up on, who you think might have more money while in there, who's willing to spend. And she trying to put her up on game on how to spot those guys out and stuff. But of course Autumn act a little naive, not really sure what she looking at or looking for. Okay, so later on we have Uncle Clifford bumping into Lil Murda. So, okay, what's her name? Hailey is in a little VIP area, whatever, dancing for Lil Murda and his crew, and then they get a little too aggressive, which causes her to panic, and rightfully so. And she runs out and stuff, and this is how we introduced into the guy that is there. I'm trying to think of what is his name. I can't think right now. But the guy that he's there taking pictures and stuff like that of the property of where P Valley is at, because he's working with the mayor and some investment people so that they can open up a casino. And he's out there already taking pictures, and he so happened to be taking pictures of Autumn, and then she bumps into him and gets on him about taking pictures of her and stuff without her knowing. Oh yeah, his name is Andre. I just thought about it. So that's Andre. So we done been introduced to him. Meanwhile, you got Uncle Clifford inside the Paradise Room with Lil Murda, because after his friends was being a little disrespectful towards Autumn, Lil Murda went running behind her, but then he bumps into Uncle Clifford, and then Uncle Clifford act like it, because I'm like, shit, I can hear he said it about 100 times, and then Uncle Clifford takes him into the Paradise Room where it's a little more quiet, and asks him like, now what happened? Like, tell me what are you talking about? And that's when Lil Murda let him know that he was running behind Hailey because his friends was being a little aggressive and disrespectful, and he wanted to apologize to her and stuff. And then, him and Uncle Clifford get to talk and stuff, and he realized that Uncle Clifford is the person that owns the club, And he was like, oh, you the person I need to be talking to and stuff. And so, he was flirting a little bit. And, it taking Uncle Cliff a little aback. But he feeling it. Just like we was all feeling it too. Then, honey, we get to the dancing. So it's Mercedes Sunday. And that's when she do her big shows on Sundays and stuff. And Mercedes child get on that pole. First off, let's just give shout out to all the women that work on that pole. Them girls know they got the upper body strength of I don't know what. When I say they get on that shit, and the performances are amazing. My hat goes off to every single one of them. Mercedes is up there. They take the volume down so that we can just hear nothing but her breathing. And she is up there working it. Like, you can hear all the work that she's putting in to actually be up there on that pole to entertain. And after she finishes and stuff, which catches her off a little bit, that her mother is in the crowd and stuff. And this is when I said her mother made me so damn mad. When she go outside to leave, her mother out there talking about why did God forsake her and give her a child that was a hoe? I'm like, girl, come on. She ain't selling her body, she just dancing. And she getting paid for it, but she's dancing. So, but you fine with it, with me giving you my money. So she wouldn't cut it out until Mercedes gave her all the money that she made that night, so her mother can just stop. And so, because of that, Uncle Clifford wind up giving her a big cut and money that little Murda gave to the club, even though Uncle Clifford don't need to be giving nobody nothing, because we trying to keep the doors open with the paint. But, you can tell he got a soft heart. And he love them girls. Oh, that's why I love Uncle Clifford. That's my dog. I love me some Uncle Clifford. They better not ever do anything to get him off the show. I'm going to be done. Okay, and that's episode 1 of season 1 of P Valley. We about to start on episode 2. Okay, so episode 2 starts off with we're in the paradise room, and we got a guy laid up in the clouds, naked and everything, sitting up here, child. They got freaks come out at night playing. But you got Mercedes in the room, sitting in the chair, and Miss Mississippi. So this is obviously one of Mississippi regulars and stuff. And he like to be tortured a little bit. So he like that dominatrix stuff, because he got a chain or something around his neck and stuff. But his name is Corbin, and him and his brothers, he's like the illegitimate child of I guess some rich white plantation owner, and he has 2 other siblings, 2 brothers. And they're and that's where Andre is there, trying to work with them to get them to sign off so that they can, purchase the land that Pink is on so they can build the casino. But Corbin don't want to do that. He feel like they'll come out more better if they're leasing to people. So it's drama between him and his siblings. And we got Mercedes out here jogging with her pit. And that's when we get introduced to Maine, child. With his fine self working under a car. But Maine is a neighborhood, probably drug dealer, maybe gangster, I don't know, whatever. But he fine, first off. And then 2, he got an ankle monitor on. So, he talking to Mercedes about showing up for her last dance, and she just flirting. But yeah, she like her some Maine. We all do, y'all. Okay, so we go on to where the people at the Pink, they trying to raise a little money or whatever, do some activities outside. They having a car wash, and this is when we're going to be introduced to Mr. Isaiah Washington, aka Mayor Ruffin, and he's actually Andre's godfather. And Lord, when I first, because I did not like Isaiah Washington on Grey's Anatomy, but him being on here, I loved him on here. I love the gold teeth. I just love everything about his attitude, the way he talked crazy. But he just don't know how to contain himself because, you know, ultimately, guys, for season 2, he's not going to be with them. So they're doing a car wash here, and the ladies are all washing Clifford, but Mayor Ruffin's Escalade, and Mercedes and Autumn is inside cleaning and stuff. Reluctantly, they didn't want to do it, but then they're cleaning, and then Mercedes get out, and so that leaves Autumn inside, and then she has like a panic attack where she just flips out and I guess like start thinking about what happened to her prior to her coming to the bank and stuff. And she thought that she accused Mercedes of locking her in, but really the car had a child lock on, and that's why she couldn't get out. So she wind up coming through the sunroof and accusing Mercedes of locking her in there and stuff. And then we see here all her trauma. Like, I mean, she obviously done been through some stuff. So yeah, she flipped out, and then Uncle Clifford asked Mercedes to take her home, and she do. And then Mercedes trying to run up to her apartment like, you can't even offer a bitch a red drink. That's what they call it. But she was like, I don't even got no Kool-Aid, and just closed the door on her and stuff. So yeah, I'm glad eventually them two wind up being cool though. So fast forward later on, we go back to the bank, and then the cook done quit on Uncle Clifford. So he just like fussing with him, and the girls walk up and stuff, and then he just so frustrated that the cook done quit. Everything just going to shit. Mercedes about to quit too, and it's like, oh God. And then he got all these bills coming out, how much money he owe and stuff. So little Murda rolls up and try to put some headphones in Uncle Clifford's ear of some songs that he trying to make and stuff. But because Mercedes was like, I can't my booty can't dance to none of this shit that you in here playing. So he was complaining about what's wrong with P Valley right now, well, the paint, and he's telling him like the wings ain't no good. Said that one of Uncle Clifford dancers farted on his homeboy's leg, and so he tried to put his, finesse a little bit of his wings, and then he cooked them and marinated them in some weed. And so I said, hey, that probably will work. I never had them infused that way before myself, but I'm sure to keep people in there happy and spending money, almost like what they do in Vegas. As long as the drinks keep flowing, they figure you're going to keep sitting there playing games, and they just going to keep giving you drinks for free. And fast forward later on in the night, you have Hailey dancing for Andre in the VIP little area and exchanging numbers and stuff, and she found out that him and Corbin was working on trying to get the deal done for the casino. So she went and let Uncle Clifford know that, and because he needs a valid ID for her, it's sort of like, okay, you find this out for me, and then get this for me or whatever. So that's pretty much what they're doing. And she talking to him, and she called Andre, and they gonna do a little phone sex together. And unfortunately, guys, sometimes the PUSSY can control a lot of things. It's the power, guys. I don't know what to say. It just happens. So while they doing that, and he just fantasizing being with her, that's what happens. And so then we move on to episode 3. So okay, episode 3 starts off. We have a guy just sitting alone at the strip club, and it seemed like it's in the main room, and you see Mercedes on the pole dancing for him and everything. And when I say, I mean, the work these girls do on that pole, I swear to goodness, bravo, ladies. And apparently he's like a coach for like either a football, basketball team or something. He's a coach. And so he's trying to convince her to move to where he lives, but he is married. And he's like, I'll put you up and everything. You just be my woman. And Mercedes like, no, this is not what I'm trying to do. I just want to work, get the money that you guys gonna pay me for me to do all the tricks that I'm doing on this pole, so I could open up my gym. And that's all she pretty much really want to do. She ain't got time for these guys. So Autumn went out with Gidget and got her a new wig challenge. She doing some better dancing, I guess, for the guys and stuff. She building her little clientele up and everything. But I do like the wig though, the blonde wig. So she making her making some money, and she making it do what it do, baby. So, Autumn meets up with Andre at the little diner, and they having breakfast and stuff, just talking. And then the other ladies from the strip club, they come in and they actually take over, but Andre wind up buying all the ladies breakfast and everything. And then we move on to the next day, where Uncle Clifford meets up with Corbin, and they doing some talking and stuff. So apparently, of course, Uncle Clifford seemed like he must have known a lot of Corbin's secrets about him being a side child for his dad, and his mom was the maid, because he is mixed. So apparently Uncle Clifford and Corbin have like a good friendship from back in the days and stuff. Then we flip on over to Patrice carrying on, because she really she want to be the pastor so bad, it don't make no sense. So Mercedes always giving her some money to put in her fund or whatever, put it in the church fund. And so then from there we flip on back over to Mercedes fussing at the girls that she trying to train and get the gym for and stuff. And we find out, which I already felt like, but I didn't know this particular girl was her daughter, but we find out that one of the girls is her daughter. And that's the main reason why she trying to do this for her, and to spend time with her and stuff. And so we fast forward from that and get on to the back to the strip club, where they are practicing, because Mercedes, Gidget, and Mississippi are doing a routine together. So all three of them are trying to do a routine together and stuff. But Mississippi, of course, has some issues, because she getting beat down by baby daddy. So her her wrist and stuff is hurting, because that dude be wearing her out, I'm sure. Then we have Mississippi with Diamond, who we all was praying and hoping that they'll get together and stuff, because they look so cute and everything together. But y'all know, towards the end, Miss Mississippi disappointed all of us. We was all angry. So the girls go ahead and do their routine that they have been practicing, all three of them, and they look good as hell on that. Again, I cannot stop saying how the acrobatics and the way these girls can dance on a damn pole. Then you got Uncle Clifford dancing on the sidelines, cause shit, he proud as hell of his girls and stuff, which I just love it. I love it all. And then you get drunk ass Autumn trying to get up on the stage, and she drunk as I don't know what. So Miss Mercedes had to try to improvise and make it seem like, you know, her being drunk up here and messing up was a part of the routine. Autumn gets over here to the hotel with Andre. I mean, before that, though, they spent a little time on the golf course and she was trying to butter him up because she needed to get information for Uncle Clifford as far as the casino and the pink is concerned. So she get there to the hotel with him and get him all worked up and send him out to go get some condoms because he is a married man. And she asked him to log her into his computer so she can just keep it going and stuff. And his dumb behind log her into the computer where she find not just the information about the casino, but she saw the photos of herself that he had been taking that night of her and stuff. And, you know, that sort of make anybody feel creeped out and stuff, but his intentions was not to be just like photographing her. But yeah, then we flip on over to Patrice at the church, and they're trying to, you know, get ready for the next sermon, you know, or whatever. And she's trying to convince them that she needs to be given a chance to lead one day, you know, one Sunday and stuff. And I don't know what this pastor or this preacher's issue is, but I guess he feels like women don't need to be pastors or preaching to anybody. So he don't want her to get on there and be the pastor for that Sunday. Towards the end, this episode, Mercedes wind up seeing that her daughter and the rest of the dancers from the little group she got is out here throwing a little party in the house with some boys and everything. So she interrupt that like any other mama would and shut that shit down. So we start off episode 4 when we got some old dude sitting in the chair. I guess he's supposed to be better than the guys that come near to look at the women or whatever. But whatever the case may be, he try to act like he better than whatever. And then he gonna shoot the money on the floor after Mercedes and Miss Mississippi confront him. And then he don't feel like they worth him giving them the money or being respectful. And that's when Diamond comes up, choke that motherfucker out. And he wind up handing them the money like he should. I mean, you in here every night, Mercedes says, like just staring and stuff. And you gonna try to be disrespectful. I mean, you come in here. Duh. So you got, Autumn going from bank to bank with the money that she is getting from the strip club and the money from, I think it's FEMA that she might be getting money from. So she's been calling in to see if a person was reported dead and stuff. And then she can, if they were not, she can get the money for them and transfer. I don't know how that all makes sense. I don't know, but I just know that she was calling in and was like getting $9,000 per person, and then they were sending the money, and she was able to get the money from like a cash check-in place and able to like put it in a bank account that she was saving up. So she was doing that for several people. So she was trying to wash their money in, like, you know, liquor so it can look a little raggedy and smell like it, you know, and taking it to the bank so it could smell like she was getting it from there. So they wouldn't question too much, like, where's she getting all this money from? And then in the meantime, you got Mercedes meeting with the realtor so that she want to go ahead and put money down for the gym. I don't understand why she didn't put something down already and start the process of getting the paperwork and everything transferred in her name so that this actually could be her gym. But I mean, I didn't understand that part. I don't understand why she didn't put the money down. So, unless they was asking for all the money up front. But again, this is me just like trying to go off of memory on a lot of stuff and just like trying to just get it through so that we can go week by week discussing each episode for season 2. So Miss Patrice Woodbine was able to actually preach her sermon in that one Sunday, and good Lord, I mean, she did a hell of a job. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. She really did. But the head pastor, I don't believe he liked that much. So the coach came back, who Mercedes had been talking to before, and he's still trying to convince her to go away and move where he lives and stuff, but she ain't trying to do all that. She ain't trying to be a kept woman. I mean, it sounds good, but she trying to do her own thing and start her own business, and rightfully so. And so the girls act like they wasn't talking to Mercedes because she doing her last dance, but meanwhile they actually did come together to try to do something for her and stuff. And child, they put on this badass top and bottom set. It's a panty and bra, but it's diamond and it has diamonds on it and stuff. So they wind up putting that together for her, and it was good. So, okay, this is supposed to be Mercedes last night. So, Maine and the crew's all up in there, the OGs and stuff. And then there's a guy that's in there. That's a part of Lil Murda's crew. Because they had words earlier. Lil Murda and Maine and his crew had words. But, Lil Murda, like, he ain't trying to be doing all that and stuff. All that arguing and fighting and stuff. And so, the guy and his crew was talking junk about him, because I guess he probably thinking, well, maybe they do know that he like men. So he called Lil Murda out and insulted him, and so they commenced a fighting, and Lil Murda commenced a whooping that ass while they was inside. So they wound up having to get kicked out by a Diamond. And so that was the night that Lil Murda supposed to be playing his, debuting his new song. That song, I love that song. And then, in the meantime, Mercedes had been trying to get in touch with her mom all day, and then we get the money that she had gave her to put in the church fund to hold for her, so when she got ready to buy the studio, that she would be able to. So the woman had called her and told her, like, oh, you need to come on, honey, because I got somebody here that want to buy it. And then she wind up getting there, and child, her mother then took the money that Mercedes gave her and bought the damn gym herself and said it's gonna be her church. And when I say, man, on the inside, I was on fire. Because that girl, she worked her ass off trying to get this together. And it's a shame that you couldn't even trust your own mother. And then as soon as something just came over Mercedes. Mercedes snatched that damn hat off her mother's head, and they got to fighting right there on the side of the damn street, child. So then, meanwhile, back at the damn strip club, everybody was waiting on Mercedes to do her last dance, and she out here fighting with her mother. Uncle Clifford, hair looking so laid, okay? That damn weave with the orange on the end, that's what I'm talking about. So he like, shit, I'm gonna have to get my ass up here myself, and don't let me have to get on this pole so we can, before these people outside start flipping out, because they yelling, Mercedes. They want Mercedes. It's supposed to be her last dance. But this was Keyshawn's opportunity to shine, and that she did. I can't sit here and say she disappointed. That girl came out on stage, DJ Never Scared, put Lil Murda song on, and oh my God, it just was perfect. It was perfect. And then Lil Murda is sitting outside because he done got kicked out of the club for fighting, and he can hear his damn song playing. And just the emotion, it just made me feel so good that he was like, that's my song, you know. And he's just like so proud of himself. And later on, Uncle Clifford gave him the booty dude, y'all. Uncle Clifford said, shit, everybody was in the damn mood then. And then they did what they did. Y'all, Mississippi killed that damn pole. She killed it. You can't take shit from these women. She did that. And then the episode ends with Mercedes getting driven to jail, hair a mess, and her mama being put in a cop car. Also a hot mess. Okay, so episode 5 starts us off with a lady that's in the strip club from the night before, and we see that somebody is recording Mississippi's performance on the stage to Lil Murda's song. And then the lady, you can hear her, she drunk, she done passed out in there singing over love, I give it to you, then over love. But that's our song. And then you can see the other strippers on the outside of the club, and there's a sign letting them know that it's going to be shut down. And so you have the lady that was in the club singing, driving drunk, child, and almost ran into the cash checking place that Autumn was in, trying to transfer that money again. Then you got Mercedes and her mom taking their pictures for being processed in jail. And I don't understand how they put the mom and daughter in the same place and stuff. So, that wasn't cute. And then we got this mysterious man that we just see like his hat, and, they show his ring and stuff, and he's talking to the sheriff and saying that, he's looking for his missing wife and stuff, which we find out to be the guy in Autumn's past, and who was down here, who had been abusing her. And in the same time, Uncle Clifford is down there, but he didn't know Mercedes was in jail. He was down there because he had got the sign about the pink being shut down, and that's when the sheriff let him know that he arrested one of his girls last night because she was out there fighting and carrying on, and he allowed him to go see Mercedes. And she was feeling uncomfortable being in there because she still have her stripper clothes on and stuff, and people are being disgusting as they always are and stuff. So, and prior to that, after that, after he left, she did try to make a call to Gidget and see if they would help come up with some of the money to bail her out and stuff. And the cop that she was in there with, the cop that she had got into it at the strip club on, I think it was on episode 1. Yeah, episode 1 that Diamond had throw out. He was being, human, and try to give her a coat to, cover herself and stuff. So the girls try to get together and come up with the money. Originally, they came up with the money that she originally had, but with all the fines and all this other stuff, she had some parking tickets and stuff that all added up. So it wound up being more than what the girls already had came up with, so they couldn't get her out. But, child, while she inside, her mama still, even though I can't lie, they were singing some old hymns from back in the days, and it sounds so good. And she was pastoring while she was in there. And I mean, for a minute I was feeling it too, so I can't even front. But Mercedes wasn't trying to hear it, and they had fought again while they was in there, but she told her that she was dead to her. She told her mother that she was dead to her. And that's a horrible thing. But Autumn waited, and she was the one that actually bailed her out and stuff. And finally we saw, this is when I finally did like Mercedes. She just started crying in the car, and she showed that she was human, and she was hurt. She was really hurt. So then we flip on over to the damn mayor and Andre. They all at the barbershop and talking and getting ready for some kind of thing that's happening that night. And Uncle Clifford shows up to let him know that she knows that he trying to do, and that the sheriff, putting pressure on the sheriff, who she was able to pay off any other time, but she can't now because the mayor trying to shut down the paint so they can build the casino in its place. And Uncle Clifford ain't trying to hear that. So of course the mayor is mad because he's like, how did he get this information? But that's because Andre let his computer stay open, and that's when Autumn was able to get it. So they move back. We get back over to the club, and you got Little Murda on the stage throwing money and rapping, and then you have Mississippi dancing and stuff, and she's just feeling so happy that that's happening and stuff. And then you got Little Murda going in to talk to Uncle Clifford, and Uncle Clifford letting them know, like, we can't, this ain't nothing that we can be all public about because things happen to people like us. And so Little Murda is trying to say, no, that's not, what it is. I'm still gonna be here and stuff. I don't care about none of that stuff, because who I like is who I like. But sometimes it's easier said than done, which we will see in later episode, which was sad. And you got Mississippi baby daddy outside the damn place with his sorry excuse for a man ass, and Little Murda in there making Uncle Clifford wet because he just can't take it that this little young boy got him all open the way he do. And so, yeah. But I love it. I love the relationship they have together. So we start off this episode where you have Hailey and Mercedes joining forces, because Hailey let her know what she was what she was doing with the money, and getting the money and transferring from here to there, or whatever the case may be, or how she was doing it. And so Mercedes wind up helping out so that she can get some of the money back that she lost when she gave her mom the money that she was trying to put up for her gym. So they're working together to try to get that accomplished. Then you see Mercedes go visit her daughter on the tennis court, and try to apologize and let her know that she wanted to spend some time with her. We move on to Mississippi meeting up with Little Murda, and see, he thinking that she trying to put him out on blast about him kissing, because she did wind up seeing that they had kissed and stuff, and but she ain't trying to hear that. She don't care about that stuff. She was trying to put something together where she saw that on her lives that she be doing when she performed, and how popular it was. So, and then plus putting Little Murda on with the song that he was singing, it just worked out. So she was trying to bring him a proposition of, them collaborating together, him doing a song and she dancing. And hey, it sounded like a good idea. Shit, that can work. So him and her take pictures and stuff that seem like they a couple and everything. And then we gone over to Uncle Clifford at his grandma's house, which is the Miss Incredible Loretta Devine. And so he's over there, and good Lord, she talking her shit like a grandma do. She's blind. And so she got a message. He wound up getting a message from Lil Murda, and he gonna come through to meet the grandma and hang out with Uncle Clifford. So we got Lil Murda in Mississippi meeting with I guess it's like a management / record producer, and they meeting at the Pink. And the guy really wants to just work with Mississippi. He don't want to work with Lil Murda. He can care less. But she letting him know this is a team effort. This is a team here. You can't separate us. If you're gonna take on one, you gotta take on the other too. And so then Uncle Clifford goes to jail, and because they got Mercedes out, but Patrice is still in there, but he need a little favor from her, and he's gonna get her out of jail, but he gonna need her so that he can try to keep the Pink, but he gonna need some help with doing that. Okay, so on episode 7, we start off where you see Autumn doing a little dance, a little strip tease for the guy that was a mysterious guy around that's coming in, and he had the hat on and everything, that was looking for his wife, but it really was this guy Montavious looking for Hailey, because apparently she shot him to get away, but she didn't kill him, so now he's tracking her down, and it's not gonna be pretty. So okay, Uncle Clifford had got Patrice Woodbine out of jail, who is constantly smoking a vape, child, and they at some kind of protest or whatever, and Uncle Clifford showed up with his damn Black Panther everything on, child, looking so cute, and he got Patrice working for him, or working with him, so that they can bring attention to them trying to build a casino in lieu of the paint. And we ain't trying to hit that because we need the paint. I mean, come on now. So, Lil Murda has never performed in front of a whole bunch of people. And he, of course, like anybody else that's new, got stage fright. So Mississippi is out here. She trying to hype him up. She trying to get him comfortable. Got him naked out there, and he just rapping with things, just slinging from side to side. But it's giving him the confidence he needs so that he will be able to perform that night with her. So you get this sexy old scene where you got Murda and Uncle Clifford in the middle of some woods, child, making out in the car, and it's all smoky on the inside. So things is happening. So they come out of the wood, and the guy who is like a friend of Lil Murda and supposed to be his manager, he sees them, and not everybody is open to that situation like the rest of us are. Then you have Diamond and Mississippi sitting and talking and stuff, and you could tell there's an attraction there, but she just, I can't wait till we find out like more of her history with her baby daddy, because I don't understand. Excuse me. I don't understand why she is so loyal to him, and why is she putting up with this when she has a guy, aka Diamond, who is so into her that he would be, hell, he was willing to fight the dude. So okay, the baby daddy done came to the club because tonight is, supposed to be a big night, And you got Mercedes that's supposed to be dancing. Now we got Montavious walking through the joint while Hailey is up there dancing all on some guy and everything. So Andre comes up with a bottle of champagne and some glasses, and it's like, no, I need this private dance by myself, sir. But meanwhile, Mr. Montavious is outside, oh Lord Jesus, getting ready to come inside and wreak havoc. So while Andre thought he was about to get some autumn coochie, his wife calls, and apparently they live in Atlanta, but she came up, I guess, to surprise her man and spend some time with him. And she like, where you at? I'm at the hotel. And he was like, oh, I'm downstairs at the bar. And she like, oh, okay, well, I'll come down. And he was like, no. But meanwhile, he was at the strip club trying to fill up all over Hailey and shit. So he wind up getting to the room where his wife is at, put his face in the place, and they wind up getting it on right there on the table. So I guess that was enough distraction so that she wouldn't be thinking, like, where the hell you was at when you said you was here, but you really wasn't here. So, okay, we flash on back over to the strip club, and you could tell that Autumn is like, she saw a ghost, because Montavious is sitting right there, and Mercedes don't know what's going on, but she was all over him like, yeah, come on, me and my girl can give you a dance and stuff. And he like, yeah, Autumn, why don't, just me and you and stuff. And so you could tell that something was weird. So while the music is playing in slow-mo, you can see them two walking to the Paradise Room, and Lil Murda and Miss Mississippi getting ready to go out on stage together. Lil Murda got a little fur coat on and stuff, and they about to do a performance out of this world, which was good. It was great. It was good and entertaining. And then you got Autumn closing the door with her and Montavious. Okay, so we on episode 8, season 1, y'all. This is the final episode. So we start off in the Paradise Room where we got Autumn and Montavious in the room. So, it's tense. We already know that it's something that this woman was running from this man, and he's trying to get his money back because the money that she was transferring or having transferred was money that I guess was his money. So she was taking it from him, and he wound up telling her that he threatened a close friend or associate of hers to find out, where she was at and stuff, and that's how he got here. So then you have Mercedes in there dancing with the coach and stuff, and talking to him, and I think she sort of start feeling away. Or wait, let me think. So the little boy that actually would babysit Maine's ankle monitor had came to the strip club, and Lord Diamond let the boy in. I guess because he's like, fuck it, it's the last night. But anywho, he came in and he gave Mercedes the flyer with Autumn on it, so giving her real name and everything. So she started thinking and putting two and two together, and she like, yo, something ain't right with this dude that I just let her walk in there with. And so meanwhile, while she's in there putting two and two together, Lil Murda and Mississippi are performing, and then they're gonna go and sit in like a VIP area with a guy from a company that he wanna get a part of a label that he's trying to be on. And so okay, you got Diamond at the front, checking people in and out, and shit, taking money and taking weapons and making people sign the petition. And then you got Big L working on the sidelines with Gidget boyfriend, where he's hiding some drugs or holding drugs for him or whatever. And then you have Uncle Clifford trying to walk around the club and stuff, but it was a rule because of the whole situation with Mayor Ruffin and the sheriff saying that they're not allowed to be having, their boobs out or being naked at any point while they're working in there. So knowing this, there's a direct camera inside of the Paradise Room, and so she takes her top off and stuff, hoping like, okay, you see that I'm doing this will prompt you to be upset and come in here to try to shut this down. So, Lord child, we under pressure, sitting there waiting and trying to find out. So while the people are all sitting talking to the music exec or whatever, Uncle Clifford come over, put his hands on Lil Murda, and I felt bad for her. I felt bad when she did that, and Lil Murda acted like he didn't want to be bothered and stuff, and you could tell that's sort of her feelings. And Mrs. Mississippi had she had peep game too. So then we moved back into the Paradise Room, where Mercedes done put 2 and 2 together. So she brought a bottle in, trying to tell them that it's complimentary, for anybody that gets that room, so that she can try to get in there. And then Montavious ain't trying to hear it. He just like, yo, you know what? I just want Autumn. I don't need you. You need to go. So Mercedes thought she was doing something by smashing the bottle. And, God, it turned into a hot mess. But before we get to all of that, Lil Murda tried to come and apologize to Uncle Clifford, but she wasn't trying to hear it. I mean, her feelings was hurt, just rightfully so. Then you, in the VIP area, Keyshawn's still out there with the people and stuff, and her baby daddy, with his stalking ass, is outside of the little area, trying to make her come out and talk to him. And she told me, I told you I'll be out there in a goddamn minute. Just, give me a minute, Jesus. But I said, Lord have mercy. Girl, why you did that? You embarrassed that man in front of these people. He probably gonna act a fool, and which he did. He said, we finna go home. Like, get your shit and let's go. And then she's like, am I gonna regret coming home and shit? Because I'm like, damn, he had his hand around her neck and stuff, all in the club and everything. And child, he did that. Woo. I was praying like where Diamond was at, and they showed us Diamond standing there watching. I was like, oh my God, please beat that ass. And so, okay, now we flash back over into the damn Paradise Room, where the girls in here tussling with Montavious, and he wind up getting, the little upper hand and stuff. And he allows Hailey to run out to go get his money and stuff, and leaving Mercedes in there. Shit, she in here putting her clothes on. I said, I know damn well this bitch ain't finna put her clothes on and leave Mercedes in that damn room by herself. You could have at least called somebody and told them that he was in there attacking her. But she got in her car as if she was leaving, but I think she thought about it for a minute, and she wind up going back in. So, Diamond wind up confronting Keyshawn baby daddy in the damn bathroom. And I said, that's what I'm talking about. When I said I saw this, man, I was anticipating this just as much as I was when Jon Snow started beating the brakes off of Ramsay Bolton on Game of Thrones. That shit, I couldn't wait for that to happen. I was hollering at my TV, beat his ass, John. And exactly how I was doing that, I was saying the same thing to Diamond, beat his motherfucking ass. So okay, we flash on over to Uncle Clifford inside his office, and now he can see the camera and see that Mercedes is in some distress. That is some drama going off, and he knows that something is up. So he's heading over there, and then you got Hailey that just run in and saying that I got the money. It's $250K in here. I got the money. Here's your money and stuff. So I don't think he was satisfied with that. He was such a fool. So now you got the guys still fighting. So you got Diamond and Keyshawn baby daddy out here fighting, and it getting chaotic because now somebody got a gun and then shoot off. So of course not everybody yelling and running for their lives and stuff. So once that happens, it distracts Montavious. So then that gives them a chance to like jump on him and stuff. So that's when Mercedes knee him, and then Autumn busts him upside the head with the bottle. So okay, now Uncle Clifford is trying to get inside of the Paradise Room, and then he beating up these women and carrying Keyshawn, baby daddy, and Diamond out here still fighting and stuff. So now Keyshawn running in because Gidget just ran out like, yo, your baby daddy, they fighting and they got a gun, shooting the gun off. And that's when Uncle Clifford wind up getting inside of the Paradise Room and wind up shooting at Montavious. And then you can see, for a minute there I was upset because I'm like, Diamond, why are you not beating the brakes off of Keyshawn baby daddy? But apparently this boy can fight too, because he sure was. He was hanging in there. They was fighting to the end until it got towards the end. And this is what pissed so many people off, where Diamond was whooping that ass and Keyshawn took the gun that Autumn showed her where it was at, in hopes to defend herself against him if she ever needed to. She pulled the damn gun out on Diamond, and we was like, what in the fuck? And she told him to let him go now. But she was about to shoot Diamond. I'm like, Diamond is our family. He loved you. But, I mean, she crying. I'm just thinking, like, maybe she did it this way because she will be the person to kill him and don't want nobody else to have to deal with that. And, that's the reason why she did what she did. So, okay, now they trying to get into the Paradise Room. And then you hear some more shots, and all you see is like blood coming through under the door, and that's when Diamond was walking up, and that's all you saw. Then they flip us over to Uncle Cliff. So now we know Uncle Cliff is still alive. He didn't get shot, so he is at the house with his grandma, and they dress like they going to a funeral, but it sort of is a funeral because because the paint is up for auction. Then we flash over to Mercedes on the in front of the gym that she originally wanted to purchase, that her mother wound up purchasing for her church, and she's crying and trying to talk to her mother, and trying to, I guess, look for some kind of motherly love. And the woman throw back in her face like, remember, I'm dead to you, because that's what Mercedes said to her when they was in jail. But I just don't understand. As a mom, I'm a mother, I don't know, especially if you done did some things to your child in their past where they feel so disconnected to you, but you can still tell that Mercedes was like a little kid at that time trying to get her mother's love, and her mother still acted like a wench towards her. That was terrible. But anyways, we go on over to, I guess this must be like the courthouse where they do auctions, or city hall, whatever the case may be. Not Uncle Clifford, but Mayor Rufford walking in looking like a damn pimp with that red suit on, and he go to Lorella Devine to say something, and she told him to fuck off. That woman is a hot mess. So they in there and they auctioning off the paint. So you got Andre who his people got him set at a certain amount in which that he can bid for. But then there's this woman on the side dressed in all white, and at first you can't see her and stuff, and she just steady bidding it, and she take them glasses off, honey. She let them know who she is. And so Andre calling the people that are supposed to approve him, making the bids and stuff for it. And he actually hangs up because he ain't trying to hear that. He want Hailey to win. And so then Mayor get mad because the final bid was hers that won. And he's saying like, oh, well, the rule is you got to have money in hand right then and there. And she wind up dumping out her damn black leather bag and dumping all the money out. And let them know, honey, I got the money, honey. And so then you see at the end, they back at the bar, and Grandma telling stories, making everybody laugh while Uncle Clifford is walking around trying to clean up and stuff. And Mercedes showed up, hurt and distraught, made her drink, and that gotta hurt. But that was the first season of P-Valley. Like I say, y'all, I love this show. The show is so good. So hopefully each week we'll be able to review timely and just be able to discuss this with everybody, because I am really loving this show. And hopefully you like this quick recap of season 1. And the first episode dropped Friday, like I said, of season 2 of P-Valley. And so hopefully we'll have the episode up on that one next week. And they should be going back to their regular schedule, which is on Sundays. I don't know why they did it on Friday this time, but I'm just thinking like maybe it was just like maybe the lineup had to be worked out first, and then we're going back to our original Sunday day. But anywho, whatever day it is, I will be watching. So, alright guys, talk to you later. Hope you enjoy this. Bye.